All right, Margin Power Trading. This is Liam. This is our disclaimer. Basically, this is going to be on the website. There'll be a link to this in the video. Basically, the things that are important are number one, I am not a financial advisor. Everything I say is my opinion and for education purposes regarding my perspective of how the market moves. You are responsible for all of your trading decisions. Do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Do not trade if you're in financial duress, because those things will work against you. The markets are highly volatile and trading is risky. Future results are not based on past results and all that good stuff. That being said, if you want to read this out, there'll be a link in the description. Let's get to the video. All right, so this, and forgive the chicken scratch some of these lines. I'm going to go through this. I was working on this, and I just got impatient, trying to draw lines. I'm not trying to draw lines. I want to show you how this thing works. So we'll take this one. Yeah, well, there's reasons why there's lots of lines, okay? So sometimes you've got people who are actually have more time on their hands, or they're people who are not they don't have a disposition to taking scalp-like trades. They are more interested in swing trading. There's a couple of reasons why a person might want to use a RENKO chart. They are a little smoother. They are a little less stressful. However, you do have to be able to absorb some drawback, some pullback, because a RENKO chart has an odd way of painting. And then last but not least, some instruments you get better results on a RENKO chart than you do. You get less false signals. We have three signal systems. We have our primary, which is the simplest. We have a backup, which is, sometimes it'll catch things that the original system won't. So, and then of course we'll let you know as you move forward which one overrides which one at what time, and that has a lot to do with your position, where you are in the trade, where you are in the drawdown, if you're in profitability. There's things that, but basically I just wanted to give you a real quick perspective of this is, my favorite. I love trading oil futures. The volatility, is there, and, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, the president has something to do with, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes these guys up here in these, they play games and it affects us all. So, I might as well try to bank on this if they're going to bank on me in every other junction, not just the gas station. Did you know that footballs are made with petroleum-based products? Okay. So that being said, let's just look at let's look at our signals. Let's just start right here. Okay, boom. That signal right there, a little red dot, that's a sell, green dot's a buy. Blue line is a buy, red line is a sell. Okay, so we override. We're always looking for the dots, okay? So that dot right there came up and we got a sell, okay? We got somewhere between 70 to 91 at the to 72.47, talking roughly 40 ticks, okay, worth of profit. You might not have gotten all of those, but you had 40 ticks worth of so one contract, that's $400. 10 contracts, that's $4,000, just depending. But we were here, we were early, we knew that was coming. Now let's look for the next one. So let's just say we traded from one to the next. So we go from here, then we go to here. Okay, so boom, that is right down here. We see that one. So now we're ahead of the move, which is beautiful. Okay, that move right here, 72.47, and it ran. Let's just see where we get the next red. Okay, because we want to go from signal to signal. So we're 72.47 to at the top of this one, 73.21. So 53, 73, 74 ticks worth of profit in that signal to signal. You may not have gotten all of that. Depending on your position size, you would have made, on this particular small, at least on that full move, $720. All right. So now let's say we're here. Now we have that red signal, and we move. Now we're at 72.21 or 73.21. We got another signal at 72.98. So there was only 23 ticks worth of movement in that signal. Maximum that you could have gotten would have been $230 on per contract. Again, you may not have grabbed all of that. However, the system is identifying those moves. And then we're going to go from 72.98 back up to, I'm sorry, where were we? Yeah, we're on that green. So, and then we would have went to this red, 73.30, so 30 ticks. Then we would have taken that red, and we would have gone down. So watch this. Here's an important thing. I'm going to only allow myself $250, 25 ticks drawdown. So I'm right here. I went here. If I'm going signal to signal, I had money. There was profitability in here, from what? 30 to 90. So, another 40 ticks. But then we started seeing reversal without another signal. Okay. So at this point in time, I'm seeing a reversal. I don't want to think about this. I don't want to pretend like I'm learning anything about the markets. I just want lines to tell me what to do. If that's the kind of trader that you want to be, well, guess what? Here's a line. We got a line that says, go ahead and get out. Go ahead and get out right here. Okay. I probably would have recommended getting out here right before this signal. But let's just say you waited for the signal, and so you got out here. So you would have been at 73.30. You would have gotten out on this signal. 73.22. So you still, in signal to signal, top to bottom, you would have still had 8 ticks, so another $80. Not a big winner. However, you could have probably figured out that you would have gained money. There probably would have been money to get down in here somewhere. That being said, now we have this reversal on this one at 20. Let's just say we had it at 20. And then now we're looking for a red to take us in. Okay, so we're going to go to a red. 70. 20, that's 50 ticks. $500 per contract, signal to signal. And then we're going to go down here from red. And then now here's the thing is, you have the option here to be discretionary, because you're now at this point in time you're using the house's money. You have gained and gained and gained. We haven't had any losers yet. So at this point in time, you have a little bit of breathing room, and we're going to teach you this. When you get involved, we're going to teach you these little tricks So I have a downward. I'm selling here, right? I'm selling here, but I get to here, then I'm buying. I mean, that's 71 to 49. That's 30 ticks. You know, take it if you want to, or you can hold because you are, you know, you're still using other people's money. But let's just say you got those 30 ticks. Now you're taking from this green, you're buying. Now we're looking for another red. Where's our red? There's our red right there. Back to 81. So guess what? There's another 50 ticks. Okay. Now you have this red. We're looking for a green dot or enough reason because we're going down here. But then we stopped here. We failed. Look at that. There's a little invisible resistance line right there. And then this is, again, some more advanced stuff, like you actually know what you're doing. You're not just waiting for lines and dots. But if you are a beginner who only wants to look for lines and dots, I'm pretty sure we just demonstrated that there's money. This is a reliable system just on the lines and the dots. Okay? But let's say that, okay, we're in a short. We're going to go down. We're going down from here. And so we need a green dot. All right. The next time we see a green dot, excuse me. Next time we see a green dot, it's way over here. And guess what? That's a break even. That's a break even right there. Okay. Now, if we had decided to go from this red dot to this blue line, we could have made money here. And then we could have waited. And then we could have closed out here. And we could have reversed. And we could have had all this money. Then we could have watched. We would have. We're still waiting for lines. Well, here's a blue line that says go ahead and make some money going this way. And then there's a green dot that says, okay, stay in. Even though you see a red bar, stay in and keep on making money. So now we're on a green. We're a blue or a green, either one. So now we're looking for red. We're looking for red. Look at this. There's red right there. We started here. We started at 42. We saw red right there at $74 even from 42. That's 58 ticks. That's $580 per contract. You got 10 contracts. That's $5,800. If you have 20 contracts, what is that? 96. That's $11,600. Okay, you know, and just you do the math. So this strategy right here is our backup strategy. You can do this if you're looking for those longer runs. You can actually spend time in front of the computer. You've got you want to be in this full time all day, and you don't want to be in and out like you would be typically on a RENKO chart, or I'm sorry, a Heikin-Ashi chart, which is our primary system, or if you're on an instrument, for example, Tesla. Tesla does not work well using this system on a Heikin-Ashi, but it works like a charm if we put the RENKO on. Okay, so we've got you covered, and yes, you can also do this on forex pairs. You can do this on any commodity, any energy, crypto. It works on all those things. The only thing we don't know yet, because we haven't run it, I don't have that familiarity with it. My associate does, and we're working on that. It would be options. If it works on options, you will see the video. Listen, get involved. You can get this indicator. You can get the training, how to use the indicator. You can get the live mentoring, and the one-on-one mentoring, and you can get in on our live sessions. All right, marginpowertrading.com. Get in touch.